Alright, hey again. I thought it would be good for me to do a quick video about my current right hand technique. I've always enjoyed playing fingerstyle guitar, which tends to be something you do more on the acoustic nylon string or steel string. This is what I call fingerstyle. We're using the right hand fingers to pull out notes. So it's rather than having a single pick, you've got potentially 5 picks. But being an electric guitar player, I also used my pick a lot. And the advantage of a pick is you can get very good rhythm style, and you get very fast single. Fast single note lines. So what annoyed me is I had to put the pick down, and then if I put the pick down, I would have to rely on, if I wanted to play single notes, I'd have to do alternating fingers, which is like what bass players do. I'm not crazy about it, I can get some speed, and there's still some things like the tremolo. I still use the fingers, but I'm not crazy about trying to develop my picking style with my fingers to the same degree that my Plectrum technique is developed. So the way I get around it is I use a specially cut Thumbpick, which I've cut myself, and you can see it's a very small amount of pick protruding. And I find I'm getting to the point where I can use this as a pick, either to pick single notes, and I can use it as a pick to strum, and I can use it as a thumb pick and just use all the normal right hand techniques of a classical and steel string guitar. Still use the flamenco techniques, all, those finger flicking techniques. So the idea is it's a kind of way for me to bring my technique together on all the different guitars that I play. So I do the same thing on electric, and I find I can do all the techniques and get pinch harmonics. I can pick pretty fast, do the sweep picking. There's a little, it's not quite as good as holding a pick, but it's very close. And what it means is I don't have to do hybrid picking if I want to use my fingers. And hybrid picking, as you may or may not know, is where you hold the pick between your index and thumb, and you've got your middle and ring fingers, and your little finger even free. So that's 3 fingers. But it's not your best 3 fingers. So the little finger's really not that strong, and I'm just not as good with my middle finger and my ring finger as I am with my index and my middle. So if I'm doing like a country thing, with this, I've got the ability to do all the fast. I can mix up and play the fast single note stuff, and I've still got these fingers free. So it's kind of the best of all worlds for me. That's having quite an interesting effect on the way I play, because I like to mix different styles together and improvise in different styles. So, classical, flamenco, jazz. I'm not saying I do any of them particularly well, but I mix it up in my kind of way, and that works for me. So You know, maybe if this approach interests you, experiment with it. You have to cut the pick pretty close. The other thing I wanted to say is, you know, I got the idea of playing single note lines on the acoustic nylon string. You know, I realised it was quite a good sound after I watched the Tommy Tedesco instructional video. He's a great session player, now sadly deceased, but you know, he broke the rules that I had in my head that said you didn't play nylon string guitar with a pick, but he did, and it sounded fucking amazing. So, you know, why the hell not? So I will play, you know, I will play single note lines. You know, as I would do on a steel string guitar, and you know, and still do. Do the fingerstyle as well, and mix it up. I mean, his way of doing it was to use a pick, use a hybrid pick, and use a, you know, pick and 2, 3, 4. But you know, I've got my approach now, and it's not fundamentally different. So the main thing is, if you're getting a good sound, and you know, you don't feel like you've got to do things by the book perfectly well, you know, why not? Just go for it. So yeah, I'll kind of finish off with a little improvisation in the style that I now do with using the pick on a nylon string guitar. It's a G, C minor, and D7, which is kind of like Spanishy kind of Latino thing. Alright, so see you soon.